Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Leo, you are the very first zodiac that I myself am also sitting in the energy of the big transformation, the big switch, the Pluto into Aquarius energy, and reading from that point in time and reading in that point in time. Where yesterday I was not in that energy yet, but I was reading towards that energy for Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. So in a way, you are officially the first for me to be in this energy with you in the reading. Again, I tend to record the readings a day before to give me time to edit and upload and whatnot. So this is coming out the day after I record it, but it's relevant to when you see it. So you can see I've already been shuffling out the cards here. And so what I'm basically asking today in the readings or this week is, what is your energy? And then what is an energy that benefits you? It's for your highest good. What is an energy that does not benefit you and is not for your highest good? And boy, I'm glad that I've done it this way so I can have a minute with these cards, because it's such a really fascinating message and it takes a little bit of time to kind of unpack it and understand it. So I'm also going to kind of give you a heads up that it became very apparent to me yesterday as I was tapping into this energy that I was taking on a new spirit guide. And when I take on a new spirit guide, that spirit guide is also there for you as well, because here I am doing this, right? I'm not just sitting here pulling cards for myself or by myself here. You guys are included in this. So I do have a new spirit guide that has come forward. It has a very powerful sort of straightforward energy with it as well, with them as well. And so we're gonna get right into it. Leo, this is the energy that you're pulling out for you right now. You have the empty room and you have the dragonfly. There's a theme that is going on here in your reading, and that theme is described in one word, and it is wisdom. It has something to do with the search for wisdom. It has something to do with the acquisition of wisdom, and then it has something to do with sort of like a deeper knowing through that. So both of these cards, ironically enough, they do talk about wisdom. When everything is empty and nothing is there, we are present to what is true. We're present to be able to receive what is the truth. The empty room can be an uncomfortable place for many. It can signify, it can be the symbol of something perhaps in your life that is not there anymore. It could be the loss of someone or something very close to you, whether through like an actual physical death, or even possibly through some type of transformation process that has occurred. Now, the dragonfly is also the symbol of rejuvenation and transformation. And that transformation is specifically signified in the dragonfly through lesson and learning, and then it's gaining of the wisdom. When you sit in the empty room long enough, the only thing that can literally be heard is the truth. So now that's very interesting, because it brings me over here to the energy that benefits you. You do have the Lover that's with this, but you also have the Panther. And the Panther also does talk about seeking the wisdom of... The Panther can talk about annihilation, like things that it can have a bit of the energy of the Tower. It can have the energy of the Tower, but it also, there's an important lesson to be learned through this. There's things that have been removed in your life, and there's reason behind it, and then it's seeing the reason behind that. So, because you sit here, it's almost right, like it's giving me this vibe of like a hurricane or a tornado that goes through, and it removes the home, it removes the foundation, and you're left with sort of like a pit. It's empty, everything got taken out, and you're just sitting in this pit and you're trying to understand why, what is going on, and what am I supposed to learn from this? What is the lesson in this? How am I supposed to be smarter? How am I supposed to be able to, what am I supposed to know? What's the meaning of this? So I want to say receiving the meaning is what you're going to... Sorry for the interruption. We're going to keep going. My throat chakra, I ended up having like one of those weird hack attack things. crazy. But anyways, maybe it does have something to do with your throat chakra here, with the black egg. Because that does each one of these spirit cards talks about a different chakra, and it is the throat chakra with the black egg, and that is sort of like our hidden truth. But okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So this is a really profound energy because it's telling me that you are on the cusp of understanding the reason behind things that have possibly been dismantled in your life. I think it's really like a profound moment that you sit on the cusp of, to be quite honest. And I feel like I feel like it's got something to do with this movement of Pluto into Aquarius, because it kind of is giving me the vibe that Pluto has already been dismantling for you. Totally in this reading. Is there something significant, Leo? I'm not an astrologer, most of you know that. And I just follow, some of the things that are going on in a very, what do you call it, armchair quarterback kind of style. But I can look at these cards and I can pick up things, and often I pick up a lot of stuff in these readings, and you, the viewer, who a lot of you are more into astrology, you will see how this plays out. And so I don't know. I'm really curious with these cards if there's been something very, very significant in terms of maybe the fifth house, maybe for some of you personally, with other placements, because, the zodiac affects us all in different ways because we are all born in different times with different energies. But there's something very, very obvious in this reading to me that Pluto has already dismantled for you. Pluto has already dismantled for you, and you've been waiting. That's how this feels. You have been sitting and you have been waiting. You've been waiting for when it becomes reconstructed. I don't know what area of your life it is. It could be like a lover energy. It's very cyclical, and this cycle affects you on a personal level, I would say, because there's something curious over here about the energy that doesn't benefit you, which is the crone and the hummingbird. So the crone, I needed to sit with that for a bit because it's wise. It's almost like you've taken wisdom as far as you can on a particular path in your life. There's nothing more that you could learn there. You've enlightened yourself as much as you can. You've hit the epitome of high frequency vibration in an area of your life where you have experienced and learned and gained wisdom. There's nothing else you can do on that path. So it becomes like a dead end. So honestly, in a sense, it becomes a dead. Did you guys have that last week? The dead end came out a couple times last week. I don't remember for who. But it could be like being on the end of being at a dead end. I mean, there's nothing more you can do. So you're not growing here. You can't grow in this energy. And the crone is also, right, it's the third in the triad of maiden, mother, and crone. So what is next? Is it the lover? What comes next? I don't know. It's kind of cute, no? It is kind of cute. Is that the fourth? Is there a fourth here that has been unknown? And perhaps, so, Pluto comes in to dismantle. It comes in to dismantle. It comes in to pull things out that we can't see. It goes into the areas that nobody's willing to look at. Nobody wants to look at, or we just we've been too busy to look at that. And then it's basically, right, because it's a symbol of death and rebirth. So I'm going to break this down, but it's never, when it breaks down, it's not rebuilt in the same form. What the hell was the point of doing that? Nature and the universe is efficient. It is very efficient. So if it's going to break something down, it's going to rebuild it in a different form. You're on the cusp. And so I'm curious about this because you have the threshold, you also have the mountain and the riddle. You have the riddle and then the mountain. It's almost like not knowing answers, but then the gift of the riddle is realizing that sometimes there isn't an answer. And then sometimes it's the process within the mountain. And then I feel like, though, that this is coming out of the mountain and into some type of self-actualization. This energy, Leo, I'm not kidding. It feels very profound to you. You may not feel very profound right now. And maybe even some of you, maybe Pluto has even hit you like directly, like boom, something happened almost immediately to you that left you feeling like this emptiness and this loss, and perhaps, you know, being confused about it. Like, well, I don't know. Or if it's not confused about the loss, it's confused about, well, what's next? There's a very significant cycle here that's been waiting to come forward for you. And it feels like it's, oh, really? I was just redirected to a reading that I did for you years ago. I forget about this shit until it comes into a reading. It's so crazy how that works. It was a date written in the sky. It's Pluto. There was some sort of date written in the sky for you. Like, almost like from the dawn of time, this date was coming forward. This, like, yeah. I'm really getting this message that Pluto has already been deconstructing for you. You are going, when Pluto is moving, and again, this could be very personal for someone or a group of you, dependent on your chart, but it's like the deconstruction was already happening, and now the reconstruction is beginning. That's how this is playing out for me. That's how my new guide, I'm going to say my new guide, and it felt like a profound change in the messages yesterday. It was very profound. It's like all of a sudden a new instructor has walked into the room and I'm just the translator here. I would say that's how it feels. I'm just the translator. A new instructor is coming in and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're telling them. These are really different. So, okay, yeah, that's what's happening here. Now, gratitude. Be grateful for what was deconstructed. That's what's going to help you here. That's what benefits you. The lover, one of the biggest and strongest energies associated with this lover energy is gratitude. And because you will be wise to understand why things have gone on the way that they have. And you've maybe even taken some form of wisdom as far as you can go. And I want to say it's in the deconstruction. There's no more that you could possibly learn. Deconstruction. I want to give you a little clap. I remember for you guys for like 5 years. And it feels like it's been a struggle. And here you are with the empty room. But now you know? Do you know? Because this is telling me you understand something. You were on the threshold of maybe voicing it in the past, speaking a truth. I want to go on the tarot here. Because when you took that step, and that step was related to a deep truth within yourself, when you were taking that step, it's significant in this. So, well, also interesting, because what does Pluto want? At the end of the day, I feel like when Pluto works through a sign, it works through anything. It's trying to unearth the real truth. So maybe you've already done that in some way. And now Pluto is in a position to build on that for you. Something is. The empty room, boy, the 9 of Wands. Feels like it's been empty for a while. The 5 of Pentacles. Judgment. There you go. There it is. The rising from the dead. Holy Mother of God. I'm telling you, Leo, Pluto's already been working with you, but it's been painful and uncomfortable and destructive. And it's like you're about to rise. You're really about to rise here. And you're about to rise out of a period that has felt like you've been walking uphill precariously, trying to avoid every little landmine along the way. And because of that, it's got the energy of survival instead of thriving. Surviving instead of thriving. Making do with what you have. Possibly for some of you, this could even be financially with the empty room. It could be the loss of family, lover, friend, anything. It could be the loss of so many things. And it is rising. Rising. Rising, rising, rising. Your rebirth. Pluto is rebirthing you. You know, I don't know how this is going to go. All the signs as we go through here, because, you know, some are going to be going through the deconstruct. I know everyone's excited about this big move because there are big changes associated with it. I want to say, I feel like you guys have already gone through the painful part. Okay. What benefits you? The energy that benefits you is the lover. Maybe there's I won't say a lover coming towards you. This person is filled. This person has gratitude. This person is filled with grace. This person expresses love. This person is love. Loyalty with the swan. Yeah, but it is, honestly, it is seeing why. It's kind of like giving me this vibe, right? Like if big things have been removed from your life and you sit in a period of like with nothing replacing that in the empty room. And why? Why was everything like destroyed? Why was everything that I had taken away? It's the thing that will benefit you. The thing that does benefit you is knowing the lover. It just has this feeling of something really profound and wonderful being the reason everything else disappeared. I really get the feeling too, right? Like there's such these old hands holding this crow, and this just feels fresh, doesn't it? It just feels fresh and alive and full of energy. The Five of Cups. Oh, Justice. And the Moon. What benefits you here is honestly knowing. It's almost like Pluto's going to tell you, Pluto or your guides, or life is going to unfold in a way that's going to make things make sense. There's so much here, like emptiness, disappointment, a feeling of lack, disconnected, no home, no family, no group, or not feeling like that, and maybe even having boundaries or feeling like boundaries are pushed on you, and it just, yeah. And then justice for the unknown, justice, all the fears that you faced. The Panther protects us. The Panther has come across to me many times as the most powerful protector in the deepest, darkest areas. So maybe even that's a place that you've been, right? Because there's something here you can't learn it any further. You've graduated in this energy. The crone and the hummingbird, like it doesn't. I really need to sit with that and understand how that came across. It's this wise wisdom that you've taken it as far as you can, and it makes no sense to just sit there in that. But the crone can also be like about it's a single energy and a lone energy. Like, right, imagine it as the old, I will say, it's for the most part, it's kind of like the old woman. And it's just, I think, depicted in that way too, because often women tend to live longer than men. So often, right, widows, but the children have left. Like, it's just got that sense, like just all on your own. The children have left. There's no one there. But it could definitely be for a man as well. Like, I don't want to exclude anyone here. But it is all the wisdom that you have gained to that. Like, I really feel like there's something going on in this reading where I'm being shown that there's not 3. There's 4. And you're going into the 4. It's not a triad. It's a, what is that, a quadad? It's hard to say, a quad? A quadad. The quadit. The quadit. I gotta be careful how I say that. You guys, give me a new name for that. It's yours. You're going beyond the crone. You've taken it as far as you can. And the lover. I don't know, maybe if some of you are older, this is the lover. Maybe if you're watching me from the old age home, you're like, hey, somebody new just came in, their kids just dropped them off down there. I don't know. You got the Chariot, the Five of Wands, and the Daughter of Wands. The Page of Wands. It's almost like there's nothing left to be said here. There's nothing left to be said. There's nothing left to be said. I mean, so what is that? Is there some sort of truth that you've spoken and there's nothing left to be said? You've crossed the threshold. I'm very curious about that. You've moved your emotions past the conflict point. You've moved your emotions past the conflict point. Cancer too, that's interesting. Home space. Some of you, this could have something to do with a mother. There's nothing more you can learn from the mother energy, right? Like that, well, it's beyond that. It's the grandmother. It's like the grandmother. High Priestess is at the bottom. See, that's kind of like the crone. There's nothing more you can learn down that path. How did you attain the hummingbird in it? Or for some of you, now I'm going to put this out there. This crone could be someone that you have gone down quite a journey with. And the way I'm looking at this too, it's almost like trying to enlighten this person. That doesn't benefit you. You can't. Maybe you can't, or I don't know. But right, what benefits you is the wisdom of the lover. It's something fresh. Something fresh. The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. That's not what the energy doesn't benefit. It's the threes. Threes don't work here. And the threes and being indecisive about work. Your work. There's too many. It feels like there's too many chefs in the kitchen there, and not knowing what to do or what to make with it. That's how you attained the hummingbird. It's almost like a lot of advice along the way, a lot of different opinions. And then at the end of the day, you have to base everything on your intuition and your instinct. You've possibly, I want to say too, pulled in as much as you can. The Chariot. The Chariot. The Chariot. I was just thinking to myself, maybe I shouldn't focus on what they don't need. So it's like, so I get clarified with what's already clarified. There. Okay. Why is your room empty? Why is the room empty? The Queen of Swords just hit you in the head. I'm not kidding. Did you hear something rattle? It was the card sitting on the little, this thing here. My son made that. And she flew out and she bonked you right in the head. She just bonked you right in the head. The room is empty because you've been waiting to fill it. I've been waiting to fill it. An opportunity, the Ace of Pentacles and the Mother of Swords. No, because you've been filling it. The room's been empty. Yeah, come on then. The room's been empty because you've been filling it with wisdom. Hi, Larry. What are you? Were you rolling in catnip? Oh my gosh. You're a dirty boy. He's very proud of himself. Well, we don't want your bum. Camera. Okay, I'm actually reading these. Yeah, lay on the past. What doesn't benefit them. Lay on what doesn't benefit them, Larry. All right, Larry. Now you got your butt on the cards, dude. Good thing you're fluffy. All right, thank you so much. He's laying on the panther. All right. We all have to admire Larry. We're having a Leo moment. The cat has entered the room. It needs to be admired. And loved and honored. And oh, yes, I'm gorgeous. Yes, we know you are, Larry. You are that damn boy. Okay, I gotta get back, Larry. I gotta get back to work. So you have been, the room emptied to fill it with an opportunity of wisdom. I feel like this opportunity of wisdom is coming towards you. That's why the room is empty. Let me just say the Lover. I feel like I'm just gonna kind of get what I've already said. The Eight of Cups. The energy that is gone, the energy that you've given up on, the energy that you don't work with anymore. Were you trying to tell me to end the reading here? What's going on? Justice. How does justice come to Leo? The Ten of Swords and the Seven of Cups. It's something has ended here. It's like you don't know why. I don't know what it is. Something that has ended here in your life, very painful, maybe even felt betrayed, and you don't know why. So, right, and then you have the Moon, like the big question mark, the unknown. Judgment. Leo's having their judgment day. The High Priestess, the Devil, and the Three of Wands. It's right. It's like moving past the Devil, moving past Capricorn. I'm sorry. It's hard not to kiss him. Wouldn't you want to if you were in my position? He's such a marshmallow. So, wow. Okay, I'm looking at this, and it's like the universe is going to be showing you something about the Devil. I feel like it has to do with the period here where things were being deconstructed in your life, in that Capricorn energy. You do, because you have things are coming in now. It feels so significant, like that. Whatever's been going on with Pluto and Capricorn was a destructive period for you. And now it's time to build. It's time to build. And you don't need to know any more about destruction. You're done with that lesson. So I'm going to go do the extended, and hopefully Larry will share part of the table with me in that endeavor. And in the extended, Leo, I'm going to ask what energy within you is depleted? How can you replenish this depleted energy? And what is the greatest achievement yet to come for you? Or what is your greatest achievement yet to come? And that's what I have, Leos. Thank you so much, Pussycat Nation. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.